Welcome back, chums. My name is LastKnownMeal, and today we're gonna be talking about CD Projekt Red, or well, more specifically about The Witcher and Cyberpunk 2077. I wasn't uploading for a couple of weeks, and today we're going to catch up on everything we have missed. And also, today they had the Q1 of 2023 earnings for CD Projekt Capital Group, where they talked more about what is gonna be happening with Phantom Liberty as well as The Witcher stuff, including the sales. Now, of course, when it comes to the release date of Phantom Liberty, we still don't have the exact release date. That is coming in June, where they're officially going to start the marketing campaign. Keep in mind, my guess was in October, but of course people want to see this game, or well, this expansion come out during the summer, and I do hope that I am wrong and, you know, that the expansion comes out as soon as possible, but I'm just being very conservative with my assessment because, I mean, this is still CD Projekt Red. They are prone to releasing stuff, you know, delaying it a bit and then releasing it. But nevertheless, today we have CD Projekt Group Q1 of 2023 earnings, where they talked more, as I said, about their games, the titles, and we're going to see how their team is, working so far. So first things first, The Witcher 3 has sold more than 50+ million copies. This is great because this game is in top 10 most selling games of all time. And of course, you know, it's The Witcher 3, it's kind of expected for that to happen, but yes, the number actually did go across 50 million copies sold across all platforms, of course. And for the entire Witcher franchise, it has sold in more than 75+ million copies. This includes The Witcher 1, The Witcher 2, and as I said, The Witcher 3. Of course, The Witcher 3 here is pretty much leading with sales, but even like The Witcher 2 and The Witcher 1 before, you know, the boom of the actual popularity of the game, these numbers are still good. Now, of course, when it comes to Cyberpunk 2077 Phantom Liberty expansion, we did know this, but of course they will be present during the Summer Game Fest Playdays, and that's where they're going to talk more about the expansion, so that's where the flurry of information is going to come, like what is the new district going to look like, what are some of the new features and so on. So I'm really excited about this because this is when we're gonna be getting that juicy information that pretty much everyone wants. But of course we have Idris Elba here, and he looks pretty good in this photo. I'm really excited to see what his character Solomon Reed does in the expansion, how and what choices are we gonna be able to make with all of this, because ultimately the choices here are going to be interesting, because this is going to set, well, maybe the foundation for sequel, or well, at least it's going to bring a closure to V's character, or at least some segments of the story of Night City in 2077. And people are going to be able to play the expansion there, so there are going to be hands-on demos, or well, you know, gameplay sessions where, you know, people there are going to play it. When it comes to everyone else, I'm not sure, there hasn't been any information regarding, but CD Projekt Red did say that they will, you know, ask more people from the community to play it, so eventually I think that is coming. Now, when it comes to development teams engaged in ongoing projects, the stuff here hasn't changed all that much. I mean, one of the things which has been shrinking, obviously, we can see here support for Cyberpunk 2077 going down, including the patches, but of course Phantom Liberty expansion is kind of taking up the most time, along with the new Witcher game Polaris, which we can see from December of 2022 to 30th of April 2023, the team has been growing, so that is nice. Of course, Project Sirius with Molasses Flood is doing pretty much okay right now when it comes to size. There has been layoffs, sadly, in the Molasses Flood company that happened a few weeks ago, and hopefully, you know, the project and developers who are, you know, out of a job now are going to be able to find a job, and I hope that the project is still going to stay on as is, and there are not going to be any drastical changes which might push it further on down the line. But of course, all of that is still pretty much far away. And of course everything else, you know, including the Spoko and, you know, like the projects for Gwent and other projects, this is also going up. We also have a new IP that CD Projekt Red is working on. I'm really excited to learn what this new IP is going to be about and where the story is going to be set after all. I mean, there are so many possibilities when you think about it. They did Cyberpunk, they did The Witcher, which was fantasy, so what else they're gonna be doing? Is it going to be totally different or something aligned, you know, with their previous games? I mean, both is technically possible. And it does seem to me that Phantom Liberty is not going to be only an expansion, but they want to place everything in that expansion what they probably missed in the original game. Now, some of that stuff is going to be coming, of course, with patch 1.7, which I again still think is going to drop during the Summer Game Fest, and then we're going to learn about, you know, the release date for Phantom Liberty and so on. But you have to think about the patch. That patch is still going for people who haven't purchased expansion itself, so they are most likely going to release it sooner rather than later. Now, of course, there are going to be more information that I'm going to present tomorrow once the Q&A is over, because usually those Q&A take a lot of time until transcript is done, and usually those videos are a lot longer, so that video, or well, that info is gonna be staying for tomorrow. But there is also one more thing. There has been some rumors recently, and I was not aware of this, that it was actually trending on Twitter, that Sony is buying CD Projekt Red, and of course, this has been a rumor which has been floating around for a very long time. This is, like, as I said in my tweet, about the 10th time we're hearing about, you know, Sony buying CD Projekt Red, which makes no sense. It's not about the money. You have to think about why would Sony acquire CD Projekt Red when they can do a partnership and achieve kind of the same result for cheaper amounts of money. Now, of course, luckily under my tweet we had Ola Sunday, which is the PR representative for CD Projekt Red, and of course she has confirmed again that they are not in any talks with Sony whatsoever, so that information, or well, that rumor is false, and you can relax because that is not happening. And every single time this info, this rumor comes out, I swear, every time it's something random on Twitter, then everyone jumps on it, but you know, you have to just think about it logically, and why would that happen in the first place? Now, of course, in the future, anything is possible. Any company, especially publicly traded company, can be bought. Now, of course, a company is going to have some, you know, measures for, you know, against hostile takeover, but at the same time, you know, we shall see what the future brings. But right now, I don't think CDPR strategy is even going under someone's wing. I mean, buying up studios, I think they want to become that powerhouse which buys up studio, but is it going to be possible? Is it going to be achieved? Well, a lot of that depends on their future games. And for the end, of course, one of the things which was interesting, as I said, is that Cyberpunk right now, due to the popularity of anime, where it got revived and all of that, is achieving more sales than The Witcher, which is expected. I mean, you know, a lot of people already own The Witcher, so Cyberpunk is right now that game which is overtaking in those sales and making that profit, making that cash flow, which is nice, because I was worried on how Cyberpunk is going to perform, you know, long term, but with all of these updates and hype going around it, you know, pretty much like a couple of months ago, it really pushed that sales up, and it kind of achieved more than I was actually expecting. But it's all thanks to these updates. If there were no updates, this game would never get a second chance, pretty much. But again, let me now... And this is everything for today, so let me know down below in the comments what you think about all of this. So tomorrow we're gonna have a new video regarding the further details from the Q&A, which is happening later today, and at the same time we are gonna be talking about some Cyberpunk 2077 mods. That's going to be the day after tomorrow. I'm sorry for not uploading, I was busy with other stuff, other work, but right now I'm back home and I can finally dedicate my time to make these videos and talk more about it. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to smash that like and subscribe button for more, and don't forget to check us out on Twitter and Discord. And huge thanks to my current Patreon supporters. If you want to subscribe and support the channel further, you can do it through Patreon or directly through YouTube. This is LKM signing out. Stay classy everyone, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.